everyone, and welcome back to more Lucid9 Inciting Incident. Yes, we are back for part 4, episode 4 of this game. Yeah, I know it's a double upload of like Lucid9 in terms of my uploading, but just hear me out. Well, first of all, Mystic Messenger is taking a while for me to just gather some hourglasses. I don't have enough in terms of like, even if I did make purchases, it wouldn't be enough to cover both for a full episode in which I do her after ending, or Jaehee's after ending, and a couple of her like bad ending stuff. So I'm still waiting on that. And I was going to actually jump back into a Let's Play that I have left for such a long time now. It's been like a hot minute since I touched that game, and it's called, The Letter. I left it at episode 26, and we were in the midst of trying to complete each of the characters' chapters to 100%. And I just recently kind of went into just to see and just to refresh myself, and that game requires a lot of work. Admittedly, it was a lot of work in terms of I have to do a lot of prep work in terms of being able to complete and going to the different branching points for each of the characters. So branching points, so for example, in Isabella's chapters where we completed to its fullest, we had endings in which where she could end up dying. So she could end up dying because of the ghost, and that of course would affect going forward to the rest of the other characters' branching points, and that in turn would affect the next character, which was Zack, which is who I was working on. So far I think I had managed to get 2 of his endings, and of course going back now, the rest of the other choices, I would have to do prep work in other routes in order to be able to get to those branching points. So it's gonna take more time and work than I had thought. Like, I thought I could just kind of jump in and do some recordings, and if anything I could just cut parts out, but I realized if I just do that, then it's going to be a lot of cutting out and editing and recording, and my recording would be like 3 hours long as a whole kind of thing. So there's that. What I'm planning to do is probably jump back into the letter as my Thursday episode slot upload. After I do the preliminary prep work in terms of getting it ready to go ahead and go forward to be able to do some of the other branching points that we have been be able to do before. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, I rather try to finish up that game instead of starting a new one. I had the thought of starting a new one, but then I was like, that just means I'm gonna keep pushing back this letter game, and it's just gonna be on the shelf forever and ever until like eventually I'll get around to it, kind of thing. And I'm already like in it. So yeah, there's that. So I'm going to do that first, but for now I'm going to settle on doing Lucid9 since we left off on a very, very exciting point in place. So yeah, we went through our school day again. Hoorayyy showed up on our doors the next morning, and she was like, she had something up her sleeve. Basically, she tricked us into like spending the early hours of morning with her, and under the pretense of like, let's just walk around. And then she like tricked us and she ran. We would have no idea what was happening. We kind of followed along with her, and then she like tripped and fell and like sprained her ankle, quote quote. But then we had to carry her to school, bridal style. But then at the gate we saw Misaki, and of course Hoorayyy just obviously is not cool. She don't want to fuck with Misaki, so she left. She like went on her merry way, and we were like, oh, that's really weird. I thought Hoorayyy kind of like twisted her ankle, and then we were like, this is suspicious. I think I know what's going on here. So yeah, so Misaki tried to talk to Hoorayyy, tried to get some interaction, but Hoorayyy full out ignored her. And then she was like, what's going on? What's happening? And then we were like, I don't know. And then she's just like, you know what? I think she's just jealous. She's jealous that I'm gonna steal you from her, and that's what she feels threatened. And that's not the case. So she's like, I'm gonna go talk to her. That's Misaki's determined goal. So with that, we went off to class. And then we eventually went to go find Hoorayy's friend, who is Akira. Akira, we met at the cafeteria. We confronted her about her little plan. We were like, hey, I know what you're trying to do. And you're trying to wingman Hoorayyy and me together, but no, it's not happening. Stay out of it. Like, don't be so nosy. And she's just like, man, whatever. She's really like kind of, what's it called? Really elusive about it. And we went on our merry way again. And then afterwards we got Misaki finally meets Masato. Masato and them got introduced to each other. And then of course, but it was the end of the school day. And then before that, we noticed that Rui wasn't there, or Masato noticed that Rui wasn't there, and we're like, hey, what's like, where's she? Like, I thought she would be here by now. But then of course, Misaki earlier on had tried to talk to Rui, but it didn't go well. And we're like, yeah, and Misaki admitted, like, yeah, Rui and I, we're like all childhood friends with, you know, us, Yama, but we're not on good terms right now. And that, of course, sends Masato, he's like, oh, really? Like, I don't trust that. Yeah, you seem hella sus. And then he just kind of like went away, and we're like, oh, that's so weird, because Masato's usually so welcoming and so warm, but now it's like, what's going on? And we're like, okay, we left it at that. Afterwards, we got a text message from Shigure, the detective girl, saying to meet us at this cafe. And we're like, oh, cool. So it's like our new assignment. So we went to the cafe, and lo and behold, we ran into Elizabeth, our valedictorian, school valedictorian. And we're like, oh my god, this is so weird. Like, I thought she was like rich and like a total princess. Like, why is she working as a cashier at this cafe? And we kind of had a little banter with her. We also had a little bit of banter with her friend, her brunette friend. I forgot who her name is. Yeah, I forgot who her name is, what her name was. But anyways, regardless, we had a little bit of banter with Elizabeth, and we like sort of had this little like, whoa kind of moment where it's like, okay, like I knew Elizabeth was attractive, but I didn't know she was this attractive. Like, I didn't get a good look at her until now. And we started to get a little flustered, we were a little frazzled by that. But then, of course, Elizabeth took it to stride. She was just like, whatever, get out of my way, just stop bothering me while I'm working, kind of thing. So we left her to her work, and then of course Shigure shows up, and Shigure was like, okay, I got an assignment for you, and like this is what you gotta do. So I'm gonna send you the directions later tonight, but just so you know, you gotta go into this district and you gotta retrieve this file for me. And we're like, well, wait a minute, what? It's like so hella sketchy there. Why you want me there? And she's just like, it's your assignment. You gotta do this. So we went home. We texted Rui to waste some time, and then it turns out Rui is really evasive about the whole conversation with Misaki as well too, but she was just studying. It seems like, you know, she's still on good terms with us. And yeah, we left it at that. And of course, afterwards, we get a text message from Shigure, and here we are. We are in this hella shady parts of the town, Isamu, and we ran into this other girl as well too. This mysterious girl who was part of the academy because of the uniform she was wearing, but she was like, she didn't really say much to us, and she didn't really say why she was there. So she just kind of floated on by and ran on her merry way, and we're like, okay, that was really weird. And then yeah, and then eventually we found like these notes that are slipped into these cracks and crevices in the alleyway that had all these like these puzzles on it, and we were in the midst of that. We solved one of them miraculously, and now we're on the second one, which is where we last left off. So here we are. So as I was going on, as I was going on last time, I feel that of course, since the thing where it's like half of it's already full by the time it was 12:43 from 12 p.m. I figured it's like another 43 minutes before the rest of the petri dish is full. So yeah, so that's where we last left off. Let's continue on and do this. I'm pretty sure I did a little bit of recon myself, so I did this little thing where I was like, okay, so if it was this little Google, I typed into Google, I was like, what's 43 minutes now from 12:43, because I can't do time math, and I'm not really confident with that. So I searched that, and it's 1:26. I believe that is the answer. So hopefully it's correct. Then let's continue on, and then yeah, let's go for it. No, that doesn't quite make sense. Why? Really? At what time will the petri dish be full? Okay, what about 1:43? Not okay. At least he tells me that it's not quite right. Like at least like he just doesn't like. At least like we don't give an answer and then it would just be wrong, and then we just kind of go on about our way anyway. So yeah. So at least he tells us it's incorrect, which is a good thing for me because that means I can obviously try. And yeah, but still, okay. So I suck at these puzzles, as you could probably tell. Each bacterium divides into two. Okay, the scientists begin the colony with a single bacterium at 12 p.m. At 12:43, the dish is half full. What time will the dish be full? I know it has something to do with every minute divides by 2. Oh, okay. God damn it. Yeah, I hate math. I don't. It'll take me a while to figure shit out in math, okay? I can't do quick math like this. So I searched it up, and I read out the logics of it, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so It's the answer is 1244. There we go. Right. If every bacterium divides into 2 per minute, then it doesn't matter what time the colony was started. All that matters is that at 12:43 the dish was half full. Okay, therefore at 12:44 the dish will be completely full. Okay, yeah. See, if you say it like that, it makes sense. So that was a completely useless puzzle that basically just told me to go forward. I walked down the road, keeping my eyes out for another slip of paper. And as expected, there's another note jammed conspicuously between the crevices of 2 buildings. My question is, why did Shigure go through all this trouble? In order to get these notes in the first place, she'd have to come here, which utterly defeats the purpose of sending me. Unless it's like, well, whatever, looks like there's another puzzle to solve. Well, maybe this is like our preliminary testing, like, you know, like she just wants to see our intelligence. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a 5th grader. This is the 3rd and penultimate set of instructions. So I'm pretty sure this is the last one. So how can you throw a ball as hard as you can, not bounce it off of anything, and still have it return to you? The answer is in the direction in which you must proceed to reach the file. Complain to Shigure, solve the puzzle. I'll just solve it. I'll solve it. Don't worry about it. Like, I'd rather... You know what? Like, these puzzles are actually really fun if you obviously put the time and, like, effort to think about them, which I don't, to be quite honest. Come on. I really need to get a new mouse. My mouse is like not working. I might have like busted it. Okay, just solve the puzzle. Oh shit, yeah. See, this is what I mean. Like I click it once and it double clicks for me. I really need to get a new mouse. So what do I need to change in order to have the ball come back to me without bouncing it off of anything? Also, I swear there was like I hit it before, but I can't remember how I did it. To how to bring up the what's it called, the script. You know what, never mind. I'm just gonna go and move on forward. Okay, so yeah, what do I need to change in order to have the ball come back to me without bouncing it off of anything? Ball, substance, atmosphere, direction. I think it's direction, no? I think throw a ball as hard as you can without having it bounce off of anything and then still have it come back to you. So wouldn't you just throw it up? You know? Direction. Right, I can't bounce it off of anything, and I can't change the circumstances, which means I have to change direction. The question is, what direction? Up! Bounce it up! Oh right, gravity's still in effect, I just have to throw the ball upward in order to have it return to me. Exactly! So, the answer is up, and the note says I have to go in that direction to reach the file. Yes, I locate a rickety 2-story building next to the canal. Guess that's where I'm supposed to go. Okay, let's go. Let's go! I trudge up the stairs, enveloped in darkness. My only comfort is the light that comes from my phone. Eventually, I come into a creepy storage room that's filled with all sorts of ominous shapes. What? I jerk backward as a dark shape bolts across the floor, but it's just a rat scurrying by. God, that scared me. Shigure's doing this on purpose, isn't she? I swivel around the obstacles, keeping my eyes peeled for another telling corner of white. Suddenly, a silhouette wavers in front of my face. A spider. Ugh! Of all things, spiders! What if it poisons me, sinks its rabid teeth into my jugular vein, stabs its awful spindly limbs straight through my heart, grows to the size of... Okay, now I'm just being stupid, right? Hey now, it's very valid. Then it teasingly waves its odious, twisted little leg, nearly catching me on the nose. I instinctively stagger backwards, flailing my hands before my face. Same. My back slams into a hard, stony shape. I whip around, examining it fearfully. It's just a statue of a horse, plastered with a note. Finally. Hands still shaking, I seize the note and peruse its contents. The sooner I can get out of here, the better. Oh my god, another one? Really? Okay, this is the final set of instructions. So congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a middle schooler. This is the final set of instructions. A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise man say to them? The answer will show you where the file is located. The one whose horse is slower wins. What? The final set of instructions. I'm almost done. I actually feel somewhat disappointed. Despite my complaining and the spiders, I've actually enjoyed these challenges, right? At any rate, I guess I'd better solve this puzzle and find this file. What could have the wise man said? Enter the 2-word answer. It's a 2-word answer. What? The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race to the city as fast as they can. Now this is a riddle I am not too sure on. Like, I got all the other logic puzzles, but like, I can't get these like math ones or like these riddly ones. Oh my god. Okay, it's a 2-word answer? Okay, apparently it's switch horses. Is it switch horses? Switch horses. Right, if they switch horses, then they would have to race. Then they would have to race in order to win. That does not make any sense. How does that make sense? The slower one wins? What? I don't understand. So the answer is to change horses. There must be another horse around here. I glance around for another equine statuette, flinching away from the multitudes of cobwebs spun around the corners. Thankfully, I spot one just a few feet away. Good. So sure enough, there's a simple cream envelope slipped beneath its base. Could it actually be the file? Oh, congratulations, Ishiyama. You may be slightly more capable than your worthless peers. Thanks. There is no file. This was simply a test, and you passed. Yeah, I knew it. You may congratulate yourself, although frankly, it was such an easy test that there really is nothing worth congratulating. Take a picture of this note and send it to me as proof of your passable competence. Is she serious? Everything was fabricated? I figured it is. I almost can't believe it, but at the third note, I guess a small part of me was expecting this turn of events. Yeah. Still, did she plant all those notes on her own? Was that why the investigation was supposed to take place that night? So that she could have time to prepare everything? Oh, maybe, yeah. It's almost inconceivable, but it seems like the most likely option. And in all honesty, it's hardly beyond what I could imagine Shigure to do. Sighing, I pocket the note and carefully pick my way down the stairs and into the street, steering clear of any corners or dark edges the best I can. That was fun. It was a fun little night outing. Little, like, night adventures. Once I'm under some light, I can breathe a little easier. I take a quick snapshot of the note and send it to Shigure without comment. She doesn't respond immediately, which probably means that she received it. Yeah, aren't I so smart? With that, I stick to the shadows as I return to my apartment. It's time to get some rest. I guess. Oh, no! We come to the forest! This forest looks mighty familiar, huh? The evening welcomes me with frosted arms as I stride into my beloved glade, my lovely burden slung over my shoulders. No, we switch point of views! Oh my god, it's the killer. The sky is clear tonight, bitter, vacant, a spiraling abyss in a sea of strangled light. I take a moment to admire it as the familiar vegetation is crushed beneath my soles. Nothing constrains me, no incompetent bureaucracies, no iron gates, no suffocating schedules, not at this hour, not at my hour. She's a student, I think. Suffocating schedules, she says. I dump my burden upon the ground, watching as she lolls away, still in the haze of beauty sleep. Innocent, peaceful, dreadful. I ready my knife, taking my earnest vigil at his side. When the princess awakens, her guardian will be eagerly waiting. Oh, who is she? Oh, well, that was terribly quick. I stoop next to my burden as she jerks upright, eyes rolling in panic. Good morning, sweetie. Oh, where am... Her voice trails into indistinguishable croaks as her wide, pale eyes fix on me. I spare a chuckle. What, expecting someone else? How did I get here? How else? I settle for a moment, allowing her to take in her surroundings, allowing her to see how dire her situation is. Wow, what a fucked up person this guy is, or this person is. What fun is it without a tinge of panic? But please don't hurt me, please. What makes you think I would hurt you? So you'll leave me? Nope. I casually lift my serrated weapon, allowing it to catch the moonlight at just the right angle. Now, why would I do that? I advance towards her slowly. She ekes away, pulling her weight by her hands, but she's too tremulous to even attempt to run. A little dull, but vermin are vermin. Please, I have a mom, a dad, a boyfriend. Oh, wow. I want to study. I want to grow up. Usually it's cute when they beg, but this girl is bothering me. Well, I want to have a little carving practice, so what shall we do? Carving practice? Imbecile, my fingers twitch with impatience. Yes, carving practice, and I'd best get started. Oh, shit. I savor my moments with her, leisurely, meticulously. She tried to waste my time. I ought to return the favor. I finish all too quickly. The screams die in my ears as fading echoes of stilted crimson plummet from the edge of my blade. Yeah. The beautiful mess scattered across the ground is a sight for sore eyes. I take a moment to savor it, my canvas, my masterpiece, the heart of my soul and soul of my heart. If only it could have lasted a little while longer. Finished? Oh, another person. So they're a duo. A shadow slips from behind the trees, plodding unceremoniously on top of my finished work. Watch your steps. Watch your steps. You're desecrating my chef au devoirs. Yeah, my chef au devoir. The figure only stands in silence, waiting for my reply. I attempt a different line of questioning. Where are the others? Elsewhere. So I gathered. Are they coming? Oh, people! No. So who shall pick up my toys? I gesture to the artwork beneath the figure's feet. It doesn't budge. Me. You. Yes. By yourself. Yes. Call for the others. No. Why not? Leave if you're finished. It is certainly a one-sided balance of power. I can do nothing but acquiesce. I'm finished. I step away, but as the figure approaches my canvas, I swoop in, sliding my knife against its neck. Betrayal! Don't be so proud of yourself. The moment you are of no use to me, I shall have my way with you. Oh no, not yet. It only stares unblinkingly at me, unfazed. Not finished. Equal parts disgusted and perturbed, I withdraw my weapon. I'm finished. Finished with you too. Ooh. Whoa, whoa. I turn to the brighter horizon, striding away without a backward glance. Whoa, okay. So is that another victim? Is that a third victim? Holy shit. When I arrive at school, still bleary-eyed from my nighttime excursions, I'm greeted with an unusual sight. A group of students, primarily female, are huddled around the post. As I edge closer, I manage to listen in. Your fault. She was wrong about you, and now she's gone. What did you do with her, you freak? Where is she? Tell me where she is, please. Answer him. How could you do this to us? Oh, what? Suddenly, Hoorayyy blazes by me right into the center of the group, which bounces backward in shock. I'm barely able to catch a glimpse of her face through the mass of heads. What are you guys doing? Yeah, out of the way, Hoorayyy. This has nothing to do with you. Who are they harassing? No, I'm tired of this. You've been picking on her since school started, and you don't even have a good reason. Good reason? Talk to Shoji. He's a good reason. The group shuffles apart, granting me some space. Shoji? Oh, what? Oh, we're her now? What? I finally managed to see the... No. We're I think we're still Yama, except we're just kind of witnessing this whole situation. Okay, I finally managed to see the cause of the problem. A slight figure crouched against the gate with an empty look in... wait, isn't that the same girl that I met yesterday? Yeah, isn't this the same girl I met yesterday? Yeah. She can't be the killer. No way. What? No. Well, Shoji? Oh, her name's Shoji. Wait, no, the guy's name's Shoji. God. She's been missing for 2 days and no one can find her. Didn't go home, doesn't answer calls or texts. It's like she's just disappeared. Disappeared, just like the rumors said. You guys do remember who started the rumors, right? Look, Hoorayyy, this would make the third disappearance. Haven't you been watching the news? Yeah, this is the third time that an academy student's vanished off of the face of the planet. Yeah. And coincidentally, right after talking with Irie? Yeah, I think that's her name. Technically, Midori disappeared before school started. Yeah, just like 2 days before. Why are you so stubborn? Irie is guilty. Why are you so stubborn? Maybe she's not. Yeah. You clearly don't understand how people work. No wonder you don't have any friends. Oh, hey now. Rui's face closes in hurt, and a raw, fiery pang of rage courses through my body. I storm to her side, unceremoniously shoving away anyone in my path. Yeah, man. That's fucking rude. Yama? Yeah. Oh, you. Yes, me. Who's this? Your boyfriend? My anger briefly sojourns into panic, but I shove it away. You're all disgusting, picking on someone just because she's not like you. Hey, you don't even know the context. Butt out. Let me guess. You know everything. You know for certain that Irie, yes. That, yeah, has anything to do with these disappearances. Twice is a coincidence, thrice is a pattern. A pattern for narrow-sighted people who won't take in any other factors. Are you stupid? There aren't any other patterns. The police said so themselves. Oh, and they told you this directly. It was on the news, moron. And it's not like the news has ever twisted the facts or told us anything but the honest truth, right? You wouldn't be acting so high and mighty if you knew how important Akane is. You wouldn't be acting so prejudiced if you had a brain. Hey, words are spilling out of my mouth before I even consciously think of them. My whole body thrums with cold, frozen hatred. Weird freak, don't want to play with you. I'm not letting anyone else go through that. Not Hoorayyy, not Irie. Oh, maybe we were bullied when we were younger. You think we're being rude to Irie? You're being rude to Soji. Yeah, she was the love of Shoji's life. Well, you're in high school, so because everyone knows that every high school relationship lasts forever. He'll probably get over her in a week or two. Oh, okay, that's a little harsh, but like, he sort of has half the point there. A deadly silence descends on the group. Hoorayyy pinches my sleeve, her expression unusually troubled. That went a bit too far, Yama. Yeah. I only clenched my jaw and lock eyes with the boy called Shoji. His face blinks from panic to nothingness in less than a second. A chilled silence falls over the entrance. You. He staggers forward, raising a tremorless hand. Oh, he's gonna punch me. You bastard. His fingers pull into a fist, and before I can blink, his hand is soaring straight at me. Ouch. A shadow blurs in front of me, swiping at Shoji's arm. Who's this? Shoji tumbles to the ground as if thrown by an unknown force. What? The moment is held on pause, broken only by the frantic whisperings of the gathering crowd around us. Shoji jerkily pushes himself to his feet, his footing loose from fury. Irie idly steps in front of me, arms hanging limply by her sides. Her expression is passive, but something about it gives Shoji pause. Oh, was she the one who stopped his punch? Damn, girl. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, hello, Mr. Ryota. Mr. Ryota pushes the throng of students apart, books hiked under one arm. Yeah. All the students start to babble at once. Mr. Ryota, Akane's been absent for 2 days. Yeah, can't contact her. This guy provoked Shoji into a fight. Mr. Ryota waves his hand for silence, an unusually stern expression on his face. Shoji, are you hurt? Yeah. No, sir. Good. Ryu? Yeah, Hoorayyy? Yes, Mr. Ryota? Yeah, Hoorayyy. Meet me during lunch. You too, Noriko. Yes, Mr. Ryota. Both of you will give me your account of what just happened. I'll make a judgment after I've heard both stories. Understood? Sullen silence meets his inquiry. He only sighs. Accusations are for children. You guys know that, right? If you're going to claim something, use evidence. If you're going to fight, make sure you have the right reason. Dismissed. Dang, he handled it like a boss. He waves his hand to scatter us off to the class. Yeah. Damn. We head to the classroom in silence, splitting ways at the staircase. I notice that Hoorayyy keeps close to Irie, stubbornly meeting the gaze of any gawkers en route. Okay. Well, looks like I'm gonna get in trouble. Surprise, surprise. I probably shouldn't have interfered with that situation. I probably should have stayed out of it. Usually I do. I know that high school is basically just a cesspool of idiocy, and it's best to keep out of it. Yeah, no, not even high school. Life in general. But seeing that girl there, hedged in by such a large group of students, being accused with nothing to defend herself, and seeing Hoorayyy leap to her defense, just like she did for me 10 years ago. I guess it brought out something that surprised even myself. If anyone has a right to suspect that girl, it should be me. First I meet her walking alone in District 6, acting like some creepy mechanical doll, and then I learn her reputation at school is sketchy at best. Yeah, that's suspicious even by my standards, and I'm friends with Yahiko. But it's possible that everything is a misunderstanding. It's possible that she really just wants friends, that she's a normal person inside, and that she just has a difficult time conveying her thoughts. I understand that feeling. I understand it more than anyone else. Ahem. Oh, yes. Pardon my musings. I shake myself out of my thoughts and take in my surroundings. Looks like some of the morning classes have passed. Yeah, I totally wasn't paying attention. In front of me, 3 girls with hair and makeup arranged just like Elizabeth's stand with very indignant, superior expressions. I quickly recognized them as the most admin members in her fan club. Okay. Hey, loser, we have something to say to you. Why? Oh yeah, her brunette friend, I forgot her name still, kind of alluded to the fact that we were going to threaten to tell everybody in school where Elizabeth worked, but we had no idea. First of all, we didn't have the intention to do so, and second of all, we were just like, I don't know what's going on half the time, but I'll just roll with it anyway. So yeah, so Elizabeth has the impression that if in that moment where we were talking to her at the cafe that she was working at, that we would spill the beans to her in school, about her in school, if she, decides to treat us nicely during our little ordering session. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure, her fan club's caught wind of it, and now they're coming here to threaten me. Yes, lucky me. They ignore me, crossing their arms in an uncanny unison. We heard that you're giving Elizabeth a hard time. Yes. I glance at Elizabeth, whose eyes are wide with panic. Yes. Interesting. Looks like she had no hand in this development. Then where did they get their information from? Yeah. You better stop before we make you. Elizabeth deserves better. Idiots, I only snort and turn back to my homework. Hey, look at us. No thanks, I don't feel like vomiting, I think, but managed to keep my mouth shut. Oh my god! He's so weird. He's so rude. Mean. Thoroughly exasperated of these girls, I nod my head at Elizabeth and raise my eyebrow in warning. Her face pales slightly and she slides over to my desk, smiling faintly at the three girls. She's like, hello! Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, this guy's been bothering you for a while, right? Elizabeth opens her mouth, clearly intent on agreeing with the girl, but I shake my head ever so slightly. She grits her teeth together, but somehow manages to keep her smile intact. Thanks for your concern, but it's really fine. Yeah, the girl blinks in clear surprise. Oh, are you sure? Weren't you just saying the other day? Saying what? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Ha 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 ha. She sends an uneasy glance at me. I only smile innocently. This really shouldn't be fun, but it is, remarkably so. I thought Yama was bothering... No, it was, a misunderstanding. Alright. They nod slightly at me, like that's an adequate apology. We're keeping an eye on you, don't mess with Elizabeth. Then they strut out of the classroom, their footsteps in perfect unison. I turn to Elizabeth, she grips the edge of her seat until her knuckles turn white. I really can't believe you. Yes. Yeah. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Despicable. She turns away from me in a huff. Excuse me. I'm not even the one who started it. All. Heck, she's the one who's constantly picking a fight. It's always been that way. Whatever, this isn't even worth thinking about. I turn my attention back to the front of the classroom as the break comes to an end. Okay. Alright, the rest of the morning classes slug by uneventfully. This time, Elizabeth is clearly sulking. Misaki is just as focused as ever. And by focus, I really mean that she's on her phone the entire period. On Twitter, patter, yes. When lunchtime comes, I tap Yahiko on the shoulders as I grab my backpack. Hey, lunch? Yeah. Huh? What? Lunch, cafeteria. Oh yeah, sure, right, cafeteria. Oh, something wrong? Nope, absolutely nothing wrong. I was just thinking, it'd be nice to have a couple more minions. Is that what your club is for? Yes, club. The blank look on his face is foreign to me. I slap him on the back. A club that'll take over the universe. Your, minions. Clearly I'm really bad at this. Whoa! What? Huh? It's lunchtime. When was it? It's lunchtime. When was it? Did I time travel? What the fuck? A quick sigh of relief passes my lips before I'm able to spot it. Seems like Yahiko's back to normal. Yeah, it's 4018 AD. You've been asleep for 2,000 years. I have. I don't feel that rested. Well, we kept you in cryo-freeze during a light stage of your sleep cycle rather than REM. Oh, you mean I was scammed on 2,000 years of deep sleep? On the contrary, you were saved from 2,000 years of homework. Oh, I guess you're right. I wonder when he'll realize that I'm not supposed to be alive. Well, super realistic hologram Yama, shall we go grab some lunch? Or do you guys still eat that kind of thing? Wow. Or he could make a totally ridiculous yet somehow plausible assumption. Indeed we do, yes. Then what are we waiting for? I want to see what kind of cuisine has developed after 2,000 years. What is wrong with Yahiko? Thoroughly re-energized, he skips out of the door. I'm just about to follow, but I feel a sudden tap on my elbow. What? Yama Yoshimoto? Oh yeah, it's this girl, Natsuki, yeah. It's the girl from the cafe, Natsuki, was it? I glance at Elizabeth. She's in the middle of some fluffy small talk with her groupies and intentionally keeping her back to me. Lizzie's over there, yeah. I'm aware of that. She isn't the one with whom I wish to speak. What do you want? Yeah, I have a simple question for you. What? As far as I can tell, nothing's simple when it comes to this girl. Have you ever felt like two people are fighting for your body? What? What? Yeah. More specifically, fighting for control over your body. Like, mind control? No, more like two different entities in simultaneous residence, resulting in widely different actions or processes of thought. What? A chill runs up my spine. I think it'd be fairly obvious if I'm going through something like that. Well, you may or may not have any recollections of the other entity. Something about her mysterious smile sets me on edge. And what's with the sudden questions? Psychology paper. We're studying dissociative identity disorder. Oh, which is... colloquy. It's known as multiple personality disorder. Yeah. Colloquially. I know how to pronounce that word, but I just forgot how to do it. Colloquially? Yeah, whatever. It's multiple personality disorder. I would say you should know Yeah, I would say you should know of it already, but perhaps your alter ego surfaces during psychology class. But I clenched my jaw at her obvious accusation, searching to find an answer in her face. I find none. So, do I look like the kind of person who has multiple personality disorder? Do you want to know the answer to that question? Yeah, look, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Try asking Elizabeth. She's the one who rapidly switches between being nice and being a pain in the ass. Yeah. She only nods and smiles, but I sense her eyes boring through the back of my head as I slip out of the classroom. What is that about? What? Is this some next fourth wall breaking here? I attempt to shake off the encounter as I head to the cafeteria, but Natsuki's words linger in the back of my mind. Okay. Thankfully, when I arrive, Yahiko immediately waves me over, face cheerily shining. Have a seat, my loyal minion. Today's special is baby back ribs. Wow, I can see that from your plate. You can divine stuff from my plate. Look into my love life fortune. Oh my god, he's acting awfully normal. Did he already forget that he's supposed to be 2,000 years into the future? Just eat, yeah. Well, I suppose I'll let it slide this time, but a master is supposed to command his minions, not the other way around. Exactly. What? Nothing. I glance around the cafeteria as I start on my own plate. I recognize quite a few faces. Okay, so Natsuki and Elizabeth surrounded by groupies, Masato and a few track members, Akira and a few drama club members. Rui's absent, probably speaking to Mr. Ryota on my behalf. Misaki too, though I rarely see her around outside of class. And in the corner, eating alone, is Irie. She seems to be satisfying herself with her own plate of ribs, but she's eating a peach. Something about the picture looks empty, lonely. Say, that gives me an idea. So, how's it been with the ladies? Huh? Need you even ask? Fantabulous, of course. Would you mind teaching this humble servant your ways? Yeah. I thought you'd never ask, but why now? I try to wave off his question by gesturing to Ivy's direction. So how about her? Oh, someone's caught your eye, have they? His eyes flickered in Ivy's direction. I expect him to coo about how adorable she is, how lovely her fair hair is, how perfect her nose or chin is, or whatever is, but he only pauses, his brow furrowed in confusion. Huh, what is it? Yeah. She looks kind of familiar. Really familiar. Ordinarily, I think that he's crafting a pickup line, but his bewilderment seems genuine. Where'd you see her? I have no clue. Eventually, he just shrugs this off with an easygoing grin. Well, my good minion, we shouldn't be wasting time. Watch and learn from the great master. Well, guess it's not important. As always, it would be an honor to see your spectacular techniques. I know, right? You should be grateful I'm not making you pay tuition for such enlightening lessons. Oh my god. Well, they're certainly enlightening, but probably not in the way he's thinking. I bet that the number of girls you've seduced is uncountable. Yes, you got that right. Well, technically, 0 is uncountable. First lesson, my dear apprentice, never waste time. Are they eating? Great. Depressed and withdrawn? Fantastic. Saying that they want to be alone? Perfect. What? Love waits for nobody, Yama. Remember that. I can't help but chuckle at just how terrible his advice is. By any chance, have you gotten slapped? Oh yeah, all the time. Why is he saying that like it's a badge of honor? You see, evoking a strong reaction means that you've touched the young lady's heart. Oh my god. And the line between love and hate is thinner than the line between love and apathy. Okay. And that's why the most important thing is to make a big impression. That's unusually perceptive. On that note, we're wasting time. There's an adorable lass to seduce. Okay. Yahiko promptly skips over to Irie, eyebrows raised in flirtatious attack. Hey, how does it feel to be the most beautiful girl in the room? Looks like the Ikari is already hitting hard. How will his opponent respond? They don't. It's not very effective. It's like Pokemon. Can I see your uniform tag? I gotta see if you were made in heaven. A spectacular hit! How will the last dodge out of this one? China. Huh? The uniforms are made in China. Yes. Ikari staggers back from the fatal encounter. Well, it seems that he's in a state of shock. The last seizes this opportunity for an offensive maneuver. Your food. What? Will you eat it? Hey, what are you doing to my ribs? It's a critical hit. The last's bold moves have paralyzed Ikari. You're gonna get fat if you eat so much. Hey now, I'm 102 pounds. You're what? But you can't be that short. 5 feet 2 inches. Yeah. It's super effective. Ikari is silenced. The last spends her free turns munching at her newly acquired meal. It's sort of adorable, like a baby hamster munching at... But anyway, back to the match. Ikari studies the last for a moment, no doubt attempting to analyze any potential weak points. This girl is a tough one. Usually I don't allow things like this, but Yama, why don't you give it a shot? Nah, I'm just a commentator of this battle. What? Nothing. Thankfully, Ikari decides to switch his attention from the lowly commentator back to his original target. Why aren't you responding? You should be honored that someone like me is paying attention to someone like you. Wow. That's a little... Don't tell me you don't swing that way. I'm straight. A clean hit at his vital point. It's looking bad for Ikari. Then why... She's just not interested. The last merely finishes up Ikari's ribs and moves on to her own. Wow. Are you a witch who took some weird potion to resist me? Why are you unaffected by my charms? Ikari has gone berserk. He's attempting wild haymaker. Stop ignoring me. Okay. Arg, forget it. You're just like the other commoners. You don't deserve being seduced by a superior being like me. Answer me when I'm talking to you. My meat is getting cold. What an amazing display of indirect trash talking. The last has just placed Ikari below some humble baby back ribs. you. Ikari hurt himself in his confusion. Meanie, bully, I'll have my revenge. I tell you, revenge. And Ikari exits the ring. Automatic forfeit. Instant KO. Nothing. Funny. As Irie finishes up the meat on her plate, I settle into the chair next to her. It's hard to tell from the stoic expression on her face, but she seems a little happier than a few moments ago. Do you want my ribs? Didn't you eat them all? I did. Then why did you offer? Then why are you here? At the very least, she's more open than when I met her yesterday. I'm sitting. Sitting is nice. Yeah. Her expression doesn't even budge. Sitting makes the world go round. And sitting is good for you. It's bad for you. Yeah. Her sudden response catches me off guard. What? Well, at least she's talking to me. That's a start. How can sitting be bad for you? Well, yeah. Higher risk in obesity, high cholesterol, low back pain, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. She says this so monotonously that I can't tell whether she's joking or deathly serious. I mean, she's serious. It's true, though. But sitting doesn't cause that, right? Irie evaluates me for a moment, but only returns to her food without a word. I'm searching for a different topic to discuss when she abruptly speaks again. What's your name? Yama Ishimoto. Yeah. Okay. What? You're not gonna comment on it? What? It's an unusual name. Not like Le Rouge Lemperade? Le Rouge Lemperade? Oh yeah, as in from Codius? Codius? Good. Oh my god, yes. Anime references. I heard of it, but I never watched it. You know it. Vaguely? It's a fairly popular series among young adults, but I'm surprised that someone like her would know about it. Well, next to Le Rouge Lemperade, there can't be many strange names. Irie reaches into her backpack and begins to munch on a peach. There we go. For a moment, I pick up my ribs in silence, but she speaks again. What is your de? What is your de? My what? De, special power. I'm not sure where she's going with this, but I guess I might as well follow her. My special power is creating sardines out of thin air. Canned or fresh? She doesn't seem fazed by in the slightest. Both? So freshly canned? I guess. Make some now. Sardines? Yeah. Of the many weird situations I've encountered over the course of my short life, this just might take the top. She's joking, right? Sure. I flourish my hand and tap the table. There, sardines. That's a table. What was she expecting to see? Actual spontaneous materializations of freshly canned sardines? You know, I can't actually make sardines out of thin air, right? You said you could. Either she's better at trolling than I am, or she really wasn't joking. I wasn't serious. Then why did you say it? I'm too baffled by her thought process to make an intelligible reply. Thankfully, Irie only returns to nibbling at her peach as if she'd never asked the question. The awkward silence is punctuated by the signature school bell, an opportunity that I take with gratitude. Well, see you. She blinks widely at me. My name is Irie Hiraga. Hiraga? Yeah, Hiraga. Okay. That was abrupt. I didn't tell you before. Yeah, you didn't. She suddenly stands, picks up her tray, and strides to the opposite side of the cafeteria to dump her dishes. Well, that was random. What an eccentric girl. Unless by telling me her name, she was trying to say that she trusted me, or that she'd like to become friends. Maybe she has some kind of mental disability that inhibits her social functions. She's offbeat, but interesting. I can see why she became the scapegoat. It's likely that the other students are scared by her unorthodox behavior. Just because she's different, she becomes the bad guy. Okay. They should know better. They should give her a chance. Okay. Afternoon classes are another dreary pass. This time, even Yahiko is sullen, staring into his desk and murmuring nonsensical words under his breath. The moment the bell rings, Masato blazes into the classroom and lunges for me. I instinctively crawl beneath the desk, bracing myself for the full measure of his fury. What? You? What? I glance around the classroom, Yahiko staring blankly at Masato. Elizabeth is once again immersed in conversation with her groupies. Misaki. I wave frantically in her direction, but she's too immersed in her phone to pay me any heed. You know how many days you've skipped track? Oh my god. 3? Wrong. The answer is too many. Hey, look, I've been busy. Like hell you've been. Busy with what? Napping, eating, thinking? He's got a point. You disappoint me, man. Yeah? Join the club. Damn it, just stop ditching. Well, I don't blame him. Oh, hey, it's Rui. Rui strides into the room. She hesitates when she sees Misaki and shakes it off in the blink of an eye. What makes you say that, eh? Well, you know, all you talk about is track. Yama's probably tired of hearing it by now. I don't just run. I can swim too and do basketball. She ignores him and the approaching Misaki and smiles gently at me. Don't worry, Mr. Ryota says that you're not in trouble. Oh, Mr. Ryota, why would... Oh, right, Shoji the fight, yeah. But that's not what's important right now. She has to save me from Masato. Hey, say Rui, don't you think it's awfully late and we should be... Oh yes, Misaki. But Misaki rushes in front of me, reaching for Rui's hands. Yeah. Rui, I need to speak to you about... Yeah. Rui only steps back from both of us, staring blankly at Misaki. Why don't you listen? I told you the other day to leave me alone. It's you who isn't listening. Well, okay. Well, that's a little bit hypocritical of her. She whips around on one heel and marches out of the room. Aw, shack it. It's too... What? Aw, shack it. This too... I'll deal great. What the fuck? Oh, wait. What did you just... What? But she flies past me and sprints out of the room, right on Rui's heels. Masato stares wordlessly at her mouth agape. That girl, Miyazaki... Was she that girl, Miyazaki, she was talking street? What? She's like Misaki? Is it what? Talking what? Nothing. Ain't nothing. Oh, wait. Did you just understand her? Did you understand her? Yeah. Yeah. Hang it. You're changing the subject again, ain't you? What? Me? No. You gotta come to track, man. I'll drag you there myself. Time to resort to drastic measures since I was ditched by everyone. Actually, where did Yahiko go? Huh, that's weird. Well, what's it gonna be? Oh, would you look at the time? I gotta go. Don't do it, man. Don't. And I promptly run for my life, lunging over desks and chairs and bowling down the hallway. God damn. So, Misaki speaks street? What? She's like a gangster? What is this? There's only one safe place from being bulldozed by his fury. One place that can be a haven for a refugee. I slam my fist against the door, ignoring the bewildered stares of passing students. Mr. Ryota, open up before I die. Ah, dang nabbit, kid. Why do you always have to interrupt me in the middle of a battle? Yes, Mr. Ryota, please. Nevertheless, the door creaks open. I jump in and kick it shut, twisting the lock with what may or may not have been a little more force than necessary. Mr. Ryota is staring at me with eyebrows lifted and mouth slightly agape, no doubt taking in my unkempt mess of a hair and sweat beating down my forehead. First a fight, now running from someone. You just love trouble today, don't you, kid? Probably more like trouble loves me. Oh, kid, important life lesson. Trouble only finds people who are looking for it. So basically, I deserve everything that happens to me? But I didn't say that. Just that sometimes people who want nothing more in life than to go through do nothing significant and pass on in peace, well, they actually want a whole lot more. I don't understand. Well then, maybe we should talk about something else. I hesitantly take a seat and glance over my shoulder, no sign of the marvelous Masa. Since you're here, I guess we'd better have a proper session. Alright, why are you being chased, Too popular with the girls? Aha, as if. It was Masato Kuragane. He loves track and I don't, so he's trying to change that. And I presume it's not working out so hot for you. Yeah, you could say that. Alright, I guess we gotta tell more about our origin story? Actually, it seems like Masato's always been on my case because of track, even the first time we met. Okay. Flashback! Well, it was at last year's club recruitment day. I remember hating that time. Well, to be fair, I hated everything, but especially club recruitment day. No matter how quiet and insignificant I tried to be, someone would always call me out every minute. They'd try to get me to join language club, or music club, or art club, or even squirrel watching club. As you can imagine, by the time I met Masato, I wanted nothing to do with clubs, especially from someone who, frankly speaking, looked like the stereotypical idiot jock. Hey you! Yes, strong student. But contrary to popular belief, I actually did have some semblance of manners. So I stopped and turned to address this bothersome kid. Not interested. I expected some fake smile or even some pleading, but to my shock, the guy immediately pulled back his fist and socked me right in the face! What the fuck? Ow, what the hell? He just punched me! Don't give me that bull, I ain't even said anything yet. Awful rude of you to not give me a chance. You know what we call that? Uncivilized. I'm uncivilized, you're the one who just punched me. Ah, you big baby, this wasn't even a gentle tap. That wasn't even a gentle tap. The terrible thing was that he looked completely serious about it. To be honest, I briefly entertained the thought that he was part of an abusive household or something. Nah, that's just how he greets people. Or, of course, the guy took my thoughtful silence for penitence and steamed ahead. That's more like it. Name's Masato Kuragane. What's yours? Leaving. You're leaving? Yeah, right now. Call me rude, but I was at my breaking point. Getting a fist straight to the nose wasn't exactly welcoming. I might have admired this guy's courage and utter disregard for social niceties, but other than that, he bugged me a lot. Oh, I see what you did there. But you can't leave, not before you joined track. Track? Hell yeah, our club, man. It binds you for life, makes you sweat, gives you pain, stretches your physical constitution till you think you're gonna die. If this guy thought that was a great sales pitch, he had a long way to go. Yeah, not interested. That ain't all, man. Track can save your life, just like it saved mine. Saved his life? Yeah, right. Good for you. Ain't it? Track's literally a lifesaver, man. Thanks, but no thanks. Hey, where you going? I'm just getting to the best part. I cried on the inside, but patiently nodded my head. Me. If you get good enough, you can get a scholarship. This place don't come cheap, you know. Even a little amount would help your parents. Things were beginning to make sense. Is that why you're in track? Oh. Well, come to think of it, you still haven't told me your name. Interestingly enough, I found that I was actually beginning to like this guy. At least he wasn't superficial like everyone else. If anything, he was the opposite. He wore his heart on his sleeve. Yeah, he's honest. He's like upfront about himself. Yeah, besides, I needed something to do while Ruri was in drama. What else was I gonna join? Art, dance, squirrel watching? I'm Yama Ishimoto. Huh? What kind of name is that? My parents liked poetry. No way. Oh gosh, he was probably gonna rant about how poetry and literature is a waste of time. Who's your favorite? Matsuo Basho, Kobayashi Issa, or maybe foreign guys like Edgar Allan Poe or William Shakespeare? Oh wow, what the? You like poetry? Of course I do. Poetry is the manliest way to cry. He's so cute. He's cute. This guy only got stranger. What about literature? Manliest way to hate people. Science? Manliest way to take stuff apart. Yeah. Math? Manliest way to put stuff together. History? Manliest way to predict the future. By any chance, what are your grades? Average of 99. Whoa, no way. The highest class average I ever had was a 92. This guy was smarter than me? I don't understand you at all. It's okay, you don't need to. You just gotta join track. On second thought, I didn't think he was smarter. He just studied harder. Still, it took guts and passion and everything I didn't have. Okay, I'll try it out, but only for a little bit. Ha! Knew you'd come around. Come on, let's get to track. Yeah. Already? Or don't you have other unfortunate souls to recruit? Nah, the others will take care of them. Let's go. Oh God. And that was how I met Masato. I was never really a regular track member, but for some reason he always wanted me to be. Even now, I don't really understand why. He probably just wants to help people become their best. Then why would he pick me, when there's so many people who would love track and running and competitions and all that crap? Isn't that the whole point of picking you? Because I'm useless, so turning me into somebody useful means a lot? Nah, because you're a challenge. Oh, okay. You know, that doesn't exactly make me feel any better. Why not? You should feel very, very loved. Oh, I do. A bit too loved. Masato probably sees you like a little cousin or a younger brother. Do you know that? What? Masato does? Yeah. Why would he do that? You know, kids, sometimes there's just nice people in the world and you shouldn't question it. And sometimes there are ulterior motives behind everything. Oh, hey now, there I go, being a pessimist. Masato Kurigane, ulterior motives? Bah! Well, that's true, I guess. It's not like Masato would fake anything. But it still doesn't make any sense. Why would he choose me, a random stranger, as his little brother? To be honest, I've usually thought of Masato as my little brother, since he's, you know, kind of obtuse and not cynical and embittered by the world. Yeah, something like that, a kind of innocence. Maybe you shouldn't be asking why your friends love you, Yama. Maybe you should be looking for ways to return that love instead of looking for ways to deserve it. Aw, that's hella deep. I sounded really cool, didn't I? You did. I'm leaving. Aw, come on, kid. That was good. Admit it. Yeah, I was. I admit it. I'm still leaving. He only chuckles and slaps a hand on my shoulder. Have a good day, kid. Yeah, I like Mr. Ryota. He's funny. And he's wise. I only nod wordlessly in response as I step out of his office. My throat almost feels clogged, as if I've just heard something that I really, really needed to hear. Aww, yeah, you probably did. Huh, maybe these meetings really are a good thing. Yeah, of course they are. Wow, move those legs, you filthy maggots. Move them double time. Oh my god, what the heck? I peer around, searching for the source of the noise, and find Akira racing around the entrance, a large, lumpy backpack slung over her shoulders. What the fuck? Oh, Sarge, please, pretty please. I've been running 6 miles. I swear I'm gonna collapse. I shouldn't be able to hear you over the sound of your tears, Private. Hop to it. Wait, is she like role-playing by herself? Oh my gosh. Akira? I gingerly step in front of her and wave to catch her attention. She grinds to a halt, tilting her head curiously at me. What are you doing here? I'm here for drama club, of course, but no one else is here. I'm doing an immersion exercise, Lieutenant. Yeah, Loot. An immersion exercise? Yep, I need to act half dead from a boot camp, so I'm gonna run a mile around the school track with this backpack. Okay, a mile, but that backpack looks as big as her. Boot camp? Is that why you're calling me Lieutenant? Yeah. Nah, I'm calling you Loot because Loot is short for, for Lieutenant, yeah. Well, darn my socks, don't you catch on fast. Usually her antics would annoy me, but for some reason it's soothing right now, like white noise in a messy world. Do you usually do things this intense for drama club? Oh no, this is easy. Whoa. You should have seen what I had to do yesterday. I was a sadistic serial killer. Okay, no time to joke around about that. What did you do for that? I ate a bunch of cereal. Oh, cereal. Fuck. I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or exasperated. Say, Loot, if you don't have anything to do right now, why don't you join us? We're doing some exercises that you might like. What makes you think I'll like them? From what Ruri says. Oh, what exactly does she say? That you'll like the exercises. That's cyclical logic, yeah. On the contrary, it has nothing to do with bikes. Oh, sigh. Well, technically I don't have anything to do. Wait, Ruri would be there? Ruri would be there, yes. Uh-huh. I thought that a silent Akira would be a blessing, but it's just unsettling. Ruri has something to do today. Oh, but if you come tomorrow, you can watch her bedazzle the crowd. Okay, tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it? Oh, is it? Yes. You don't know what day of the what day of the week it is. It's Tuesday for my character. Oh wow. And in my defense, there's a half day on Saturdays. What? Just no clubs, which is kind of important. Yeah. She doesn't seem to hear me. Instead, she just checks her phone for the time. Hey, boot camp is ending. What about your mile? Let's go. What? She reaches out and grabs my wrist, but suddenly lets go as if it's a burning iron. I send a questioning look at her, but she only shrugs it off. Come, Lieutenant. Come, Loot. Adventure awaits. Oh my god. Without any further explanation, she marches into the classroom building. Well, this should be interesting. Okay. Akira leads me into classroom 3A, where a dozen students are seated in a ring, looking expectantly at Akira. One of the girls immediately leaps to her feet. I recognize her as the drama club president. Where have you been, maggot? You know how late it is. Immediately, Akira stumbles forward as if she's dead exhausted, the backpack sliding from her shoulders and crashing to the ground. Sorry, sir, I took a detour. A detour? What kind of detour can you take on a training course? Akira, is she Akira right now? Points a tremulous finger in my direction. He jumped on me, sir, out of nowhere. I don't even know how he got here. I don't even know how he got here, yeah. All eyes swiveled to me, waiting to see how I handle this sudden development. They're probably expecting me to dodge out, to freeze, or to just stare at them like they're a bunch of weirdos. Heck, even I'm expecting me to do something along those lines. But instead, sheer instinct takes over. Years of make-believe with Hoorayyy molds me into what is needed at the moment. A foreign spy who haplessly stumbled onto a military operation. Sorry, I'm a tourist, lost my way. I subtly move my hand to my hip where my imaginary gun holster lies. Surprisingly, the club president is perceptive enough to catch it. He's a spy! Ah! Right as I pretend to whip out my gun, Akira tackles my arm, throwing me to the ground. I feel a shot of pain run up my shoulder, ripping a very real cry of agony from my throat. Akira proceeds to deftly lock my arms behind my back, leaning over until her mouth is next to my ear. Drop the gun! Through the haze of pain, I manage to hold my character together. Akira nudges my arm, gentle this time, and I yell, opening my fingers in a releasing motion. Sir, what should I do? The club president kneels down, looking me straight in the eye. I tilt my head upwards, staring as challengingly as I possibly can. Nice one. Strangers don't usually pick up so easily. The entire room relaxes as she sits before me, bowing her head slightly. Welcome to the drama club. I'm the club president. Sorry you came in on a pretty hectic day. No, it was interesting. Akira, could you let go of me? Akira suddenly squeaks, lunging away from me. An uncharacteristic blush crawls to her cheeks as she vainly attempts to cover her face with her hands. It's really unusual for her, but kinda cute. Almost reminds me of Hoorayyy. I suppose they've rubbed off on each other at this point. Quickly disregarding these thoughts, I focus back to my physical status and move my arm back to its regular position. It twinges painfully. I can't hide a wince, which the club president immediately notices. Oh gosh, are you okay? I test my arm for a moment, but the pain subsided. Probably just overstretched slightly. Nah, I should be fine. It's nothing compared to what Mickey's made me do before. Did I hurt you? I'm really sorry, Yama. No, it's fine, really. Alright, are you sure? Yeah, it's unsettling to see Akira so meek. I glance at the club president and raise an eyebrow. She seems to understand. Well, let's try some basic exercises before our next scenario. Stanislavski's magic if, everyone. What? What are we doing? The rest of the club time is spent in playing around with different objects, pretending that pencils are bombs, chairs are clouds, and desks are shields. It's amazingly refreshing. I'd almost forgotten how fun it was to just put everything aside and enter a completely different world. Yeah, use your imagination. Even when the club's been dismissed, I feel a sense of lightness that I haven't felt in a long time. Hey, Loot. What? Akira pops up next to me, now returned to her cheery self. Hey, where are you headed? Yeah, home. Okay, don't you live in the dorms? I live in the world, therefore anywhere I go is my home. Okay. Bizarre as always. The only thing I've grown to understand about this girl is that I'll never understand her. Yeah. Right, seriously, where are you going? Yeah. What? Come to think of it, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Catch you later, Loot. Okay. I mean, see you later. Okay, and without any further explanation, she skips away. I shrug off my confusion, accepting it as a norm when one speaks with Akira, and head back to my apartment. Okay, except something stops me at the entrance. By this time, all the students are living it up in town, or doing nobody knows what in the school rec center. Okay, nobody just hangs around the entrance. For most, the barred gates and curfew are just another sign of the restrictions instituted by helicopter parents. But beneath the shade of a tree in a far corner, I catch sight of two figures facing each other with hands on hips. Oh, okay, so they're finally talking to each other, I guess. Well, Misato is just fed up, and she's just like, get your ass back here and let me talk to you. I inch forward. The figures are none other than Misaki and Hoorayyy, immersed in conversation. Must you keep ignoring me, Hoorayyy? Because you've been gone for 4 years, Misaki. We didn't know where you went or even why you had to leave all these years. Yama and I were left in the dark. For all we knew, you could have been dead. How can you expect us to act like you never left? I still don't understand how Yama can be so forgiving after he almost... Yeah, you know what? I'm tired of this. Just don't ever speak to me again, Misaki. She turns to stalk off, but Misaki grabs her wrist in the blink of an eye. I'm not letting you walk away again, damn it. Do you believe that I wanted to leave Seto to move to District 6 with my mother, who, by the way, doesn't even deserve to be called my mother? Oh. What I don't understand is why you're blaming me for something I couldn't control. Misaki's sudden outburst seems to catch Ruri off guard. I mean, yeah, it's true. District 6 doesn't deserve to be called my mother. Just what happened to Misaki after she left Seto? Misaki, you're hurting my wrist. I'm so sorry, Ruri, I shouldn't have. The two girls seem to avoid each other's gaze for an awkward moment. Ruri is the first to speak, her voice coming out in barely a whisper. Half a year after you left, we gave up. We thought you'd never contact us. You'd never contact us again. I was okay, but Yama, he thought that someone had left him, again, forever. That's a little... He thought that people would just keep leaving him, that no one would stay by his side. He locked himself in his room, pulled himself into a shell. I couldn't reach him, no one could. He didn't trust any of us to stay. Then I dropped by his house one day, and the medicine cabinet was open, and this huge bottle was gone. Wow, you mean... Yeah, you know how hands-off his parents have always been. Oh, wow. The ambulance barely made it in time. They had to start pumping him on site. That's how bad it was. Shit! Was it really that bad? Yeah. So, understand why I was so upset. I had no idea, Ruri. Yeah. Just where were you, Mickey? Why couldn't you have just... Ruri breaks off and covers her face with her hands. Misaki's expression crumbles. She hesitantly reaches toward Ruri. And Ruri promptly kicks her in the shin. Oh, shit. Dummy Mickey, why did you take so long? Aw, yow. Why weren't you there for Yama? Why weren't you there for me? I missed you. Oh, girl. Ruri. Aw. And now they're draped against each other, sobbing like newborn children. Aw, what just happened? I don't know, but they made up, finally. I quietly inch away from the scene, feeling the sudden sense that they need privacy. Yeah, they need their moment. We shouldn't interrupt this. At least they made up. Well, from the looks of it, it almost seems like Ruri was just really overwhelmed from keeping secrets. My memory of that time is very faint, but hers must be crystal clear. Her terror, her anguish when she stumbled on me, must have been festering inside of her all these years, because mentioning anything could have sent me over the brink. She always had to fake smiles, put me first, pick me up when I'd fallen down. Aw, yeah, shit. Oh, what was that? Something itches in the back of my mind, a weird kind of dizziness threatening to overcome me. I force it back until I can become more detached. I really don't want to think about that time, but thankfully I can suppress it for now. But Ruri, she was never one to hide away from her feelings. She faced that painful force. Little wonder that seeing Mickey again had brought all that to the surface. And Mickey, she said she moved to District 6 with Satomi, something she hadn't told me when I first saw her 2 days ago. Why would she resent her mother so passionately? Also, why would they move to District 6, the most poverty-stricken area of Isamu? Well, he did mention or recall the fact that her father lost his job, which meant I guess he was the only working person in the family. So that's why, and then I guess maybe they got divorced. Maybe they're divorced parents now, so it's just her and the mother. And mother doesn't really work that much or doesn't have a good job. Maybe. It certainly makes me curious, but then again, it's really none of my business. At least she and Ruri are friends again, so maybe now the three of us can go back to the way we were. Nah. Something's gotta change. I can't hide a smile as I lounge against the couch after whipping some dinner, replaying the exchange in my head. I'm glad that they made up, really glad. Yeah, at least that's good. Somehow it feels like a big burden has been lifted off of me, even though I technically had nothing to do with the argument. And now I'm getting all sappy. Let's see, what should I do tonight? Watch Governmaker work on homework with someone. I want to work on homework with somebody, okay? We should work homework with somebody. Let's be studious. Let's just be a studious person. Guess I should actually study, not that I'd ever do it alone. If I'm going to be miserable, I might as well be miserable with someone else. Yes. English with Elizabeth, Japanese with Ruri, math with Masato, moral studies with Yahiko, science with Misaki, social studies with Akira. Well, let's let's do science with Misaki. I feel like in terms of the flow of the conversation and the flow of our like relationship with people, I feel like we should be having more like interactions with either our own group of friends. Like we've only just kind of begun to befriend Elizabeth and Akira. Like I feel like jumping in on interacting with them a little bit now is just I don't know. It seems a little pushy or forceful. So let's do science with Misaki since we talked to Ruri last time. So from what I recall, Misaki always did well in biology when we were younger. Maybe I should give her a call. Do 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 do. Yes, let's boop boop boop. Yes, let's do this. Okay, Misaki, let's do some science. Oh, we can call her. Oh, sweet. Hey, hey. Are you gonna pick up or not? Are you still having your moment? Oh, hi Yama, how are you? Yes, I'm fine, just doing science work. So how'd that talk with Ruri go earlier? Yeah, it turned out well, thankfully. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I was beginning to wonder whether I need to lock you guys in a room to settle things. Haha, what's wrong? Are you claustrophobic? Huh? Oh, it's nothing. So, what did you need? Her tone isn't all that convincing. She's probably still ruminating over what Ruri had told her earlier. Yeah. It's not like anything was her fault to begin with. Are you free right now? Would you mind helping me with question 6 of our assignment for science? Oh, of course. I'll be glad to... what? Oh no. What? What? Yeah. The assignment. How could I have forgotten? You mean you haven't started it yet? It's due tomorrow. I know. I was just too preoccupied. With modeling? Watching the new Governmaker episode. Oh my god. I want to say I'm surprised, but... So you've been procrastinating this whole time? Me. Procrastinating is such a strong word. Then what would you call it? I'm simply supporting the developers. There's not much to support. Misaki sighs deeply. I wouldn't expect a noob like you to understand such craftsmanship. You act as if I'm the one who doesn't have their priorities straight. But this is important. Not as important as learning science. Blah. Yeah. Blah times infinity. Blah times infinity plus. Well, talk about a sudden sense of deja vu, yes. Anyway, you should probably get started on your homework then. Homework? Oh, right. But I'll need to clean my apartment first. I can't help but chuckle. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Bye, Mickey. Okay, goodbye, Yama. Okay. So Misaki's the definition of a procrastinator. Yes. Guess I have to work through these questions on my own. Ugh. Oh, what? Someone's calling me. The sudden ring on my phone breaks me out of my thoughts. Is it Shigure? Maybe it's Shigure. Who is it? Hello? It's Shigure. I knew it. So, Sai, I'd better answer this one. Yes, Shigure. Shigure? Ah, Ishiyama. A most intriguing circumstances has transpired and necessitates immediate regency. I'm not going on another little goose chase, if that's what you mean. Oh, I aver that this is far more exigency I can't read her dialogue ever. So, I aver that this is of far more exigency than a mere preliminary. Despite myself, I'm intrigued, yes. And what would that be? The police have come to an impasse and exact coadjuvancy for the recent disappearances within Isamu Imperial Boarding Academy, yes. Are you conversant with the cases? Yes, sort of, kind of. I ruefully think back to the events of the morning. Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with the recent disappearances. Well, I should hope so, given that you attend the very institution, right? At any rate, you must meet me at the school tomorrow morning. We are scouring every last inch of that campus, even if it requires neglecting sleep. Oh no. With luck, a crucial piece of evidence may be uncovered. Disappearances? Neglecting sleep? Evidence? What's going on? So, we're searching the academy for a lead on the recent disappearances? Yes. That is to what I previously averted. Are you deaf, or are you merely improficient of fathoming such elementary conceptualization with your tawdry intellectuality? Oh my god. Too many big words in the same sentences. There goes the canon of verbal abuse. I'm honestly impressed. I can't match her in that regard. But no one disturbs my sleep. No one. That's me too. And you're expecting me to pull an all-nighter for this? Well, naturally, the case demands it. Well, I'm not doing that. Get some other people to help. On the contrary, as I have no qualms with neglecting sleep, you should be the one recruiting. Gather your accomplices as you deem necessary, Ishiyama, and meet by the school gates at 8 a.m. sharp. Oh god. But isn't it illegal to share confidential case information with civilians? It ought to be friendliness to possess such infinitesimal acumen, yet you are not incarcerated. Oh my god. That doesn't answer my question. Should you choose to go alone, know that you will be spending the entirety of your day in investigation. I'm not even getting paid. If you really don't want to do it, you don't have to. We both know that you're already too curious for that. She got me. What's really unfair is that she's actually right. Yeah, sometimes I wish that she was oblivious and stupid, but then again, she wouldn't be Shigure. Guess I have a lot of calls to make. Okay, so yeah, I guess, do we get to choose, or do we just call people? Like, I'm pretty sure we just choose our, like, you know, our motley crew. Like, you know, the people we trust the most, which is, like, Masato, maybe Yahiko, Ruri, maybe Misaki, now that they made up, perhaps? Yeah, so I guess so. But anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here for now. We've gotten like a day or two? A whole day? Yeah, we gotten a whole day passed by with us, and a lot of stuff has happened as well too. Some developments, more of our origin stories of all these like character secrets coming to light, I guess, sort of, kind of, not really, but anyways, yeah, so we got to know a little bit more about the characters, and we got more people disappearing. We got a third case now, so, and yeah, so we've only just really scratched the surface. Like, our character now is only really just experiencing, you know, the cause, what's it called? The effects, what I'm saying, yeah, the effects of these disappearances now. So maybe perhaps now going forward we can get more instances where we will have to deal with these situations. So like for now, like, you know, for this instance, we gotta search for evidence throughout the school of these people disappearing. So, but we're gonna leave that for the next episode. So yes, tune in next time. Hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play so far as I am. We are just getting into the thick of things now. Like, we're now getting involved with the case, sort of, kind of. But yeah, we have yet to really fully uncover, you know, the full story of it, the full picture of it. So tune in next time. But for now, bye!